Oh yeah, anyway, versus Gervonta Davis is a matchup a lot of fans want to see, and in a way, Davis has responded by calling out Gervonta. Davis has mentioned that in a way it would be a dream fight for him, and he stated, "I like who's the guy from Japan anyway. Yeah, that would be a fun fight, and it would be technical, but I think I would be too big for him, but it would be like a dream fight. I like that fight." No one seems to be a bigger fan of this fight being made than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd stated that what I need to do is do like we do in the US. I need him to come fight in the USA. Random blood and urine testing, I think in a way is a hell of a fighter. I won't take anything away from him, and I like him, but what I would like to see is if he could fight Gervonta at a catch weight. That'd be a hell of a fight. Mayweather also stated, "I think in a way he's a hell of a fighter. I take nothing away from him. He's a hell of a fighter, like him. He takes a lot of stuff from my playbook, but that's okay. In boxing, you're supposed to take something from the gears." Mike Tyson is down for a fight between Inoue and Davis too, and he thinks it should be at a catch weight. Clips sees potential in Inoue, and he believes that he resembles another great fighter. Bob stated Inoue is a tremendous fighter like we've never seen before. Maybe since Manny Pacquiao is probably better than Pacquiao was, I think he has a chance to go all the way up, maybe even to junior lightweight or lightweight, not 140. He's not a big guy. Manny Pacquiao actually wants to help train Inoue as he moves up in weight. Manny stated that I liked Naoya before he became a multi-weight champion. I taught him in Japan, and he's thinking of moving up in weight divisions. I hope I can teach him and supervise his workout and training. I want to train him and supervise his training if he wants to move up to higher weight divisions. Showtime exec Steven Espinosa definitely thinks that in a way, he could go up and wait to meet Gervonta Davis in the ring. Steven stated that it sounds a bit crazy, but it's only 13 pounds more. I'd love to see Tank versus Inoue. After that, Stephen Fulton's performance, I wouldn't put anything out of his reach to go along with everyone's claim that this would be a great fight. Teddy Atlas definitely thinks that, in a way, he deserves to be on the pound-for-pound list ahead of Davis. Teddy stated, "I've got to tell you, Crawford and Inoue, you could make one of them number one and the other number one. Isn't that fair? You could even interchange them. I can't put anyone ahead of Crawford. I can't, but I could put him right there on the same shelf as him. I can put him right there at number one and number one." The traits that Crawford has anyway are the ability, intelligence, calmness, eyes, and instincts. He's got all of Gervonta's coaches. Calvin and Kenny spoke about what they think would happen if, in a way, Davis got in the ring together.
Listen, Jim, how much you want to move? He's 122 now, right?
122, he'd be going to 135.
They fight 132, something like that.
Adrian Broner wasn't too keen on seeing Inoue try to move up and wait to meet Davis in the ring, though Adrian stated, "Relax man, he better sit his little down in a way." He definitely thinks that he has the potential to work in multiple weight classes, though Inoue stated, "I believe I'm going to aim for it. We'll need to develop a thorough plan. I can go as far as featherweight." Jim Lampley even puts Inoue right up there with Terence Crawford. Jim stated they're both historically significant in a way, which is all craft. TC is craft plus Venom. All craft lasts longer. Venom can at some point be satiated, but not yet. As for Gervonta Davis, he has his own drama going with Terence Crawford, who has called him to fight in his own weight class. Terence stated, "Yeah, if he wants to dare to be great and be like all the other fighters that's moving up to weight classes, tell him to come up here." He said, "I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it at 147. I'll make 147 for him." Then what are the people going to say? "Oh, he's beating up on the little guys." Another problem comes as Gervonta Davis reminds fans that he doesn't plan on being in the fight game for too much longer.
That is entertaining. I'm gonna tell you that, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that he won't be able to do over here. He won't be able to do over here, so.
It doesn't matter what he does or doesn't do. Kenny, what would happen if he knew he's a great fighter, power, speed, steps in the ring with a Gervonta Tank Davis, 29-0, 27 knockouts?
Tank will knock him out.
Why do you say that?
Tank is too big, too strong for him.
Tank's too strong for 47 pounders, 54 pounders, would it? But he knows he's a great talent. I respect him a lot.
When I was looking at Smoke doing things, he didn't look like the same guy that fought against
Figueroa and all
Figueroa. He
those.
didn't look nowhere like that fight. You know what I'm saying? He just seemed like he was going up for that fight versus Inoue. He didn't look away, but he was catching one shot, but he was more hesitant.
But what do you make when you hear talks of Inoue and Tank? I mean, Tank's the biggest name in boxing, so of course everybody wants to be with him. And what did Canelo say once? Payday?
Yeah.
Payday.
But that would be a big fight.
No, it would.
And 13 pounds is realistic, I'm sorry to say.
It's there, you know.
I think if he wanted to fight, he should come out to Tank. He should go.
Shakira Stevenson even spoke out about booking a record-breaking fight with Gervonta Davis. Shakur stated, "Yeah, I think that could be one of the biggest fights. I think that fight could be even bigger than Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. because of our personalities and being who we are. It's going to be very entertaining in the lead-up. I think that could be one of the biggest fights in the world when it's going to be very entertaining in the lead-up. I think that could happen. I'm not sure. I'm not on the PBC side. I don't know if they're planning on it anytime soon. He's the big pay-per-view star. He's got a lot of people around him, and they're strategically planning his next fights in his career." Gervonta Davis doesn't seem too interested in a fight against Shakur though, and he thinks that he's got the keys to Shakur's weaknesses. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather is concerned about the fact that Gervonta isn't being treated properly on the pound-for-pound list. Floyd stated, "When is Gervonta Davis going to go on the pound-for-pound list? Does Naoya Inoue deserve it? Absolutely. Does Terence Crawford? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Davis? They don't give him that credit because he was affiliated with HME." Gervonta Davis' trainer believes that they have their next opponent lined up, but there's still no contract set yet. He stated, "I was just playing around." End of story. Tank does that to get an eyebrow raised out of people. It's like when they talk about Inoue, he's weight classes below, but everyone still says something about that fight right now. We're just waiting on that contract to come across our desk for who we're fighting next and who we're getting ready for. My thinking is that it'll be Pitbull, with Devin going up and Shakur having plans to fight Lomachenko next year. I think that's the direction we're going. Besides, it looks as though Inoue has responded through his promoter Bob Arum about Gervonta calling Inoue out, and Bob stated Inoue started at 108 pounds. Now, he's worked his way up to 122. He's a tremendous star in Japan. Virtually nobody in Japan knows who Tank Davis is. Why would anyone who's undersized at 122 talk about fighting Trayvon, who is essentially a junior welterweight at 140 pounds? It makes absolutely no sense. I mean, would Inoue have any chance with Shakur? Probably not. Shakur's way too big for him. Let's not be carried away. Terence Crawford showed what a great fighter he was the other week, but you wouldn't want to put him in with Tyson Fury. Yeah, I know Gervonta Davis sells in the US, but again, it doesn't if it's not good for Inoue. He can't rush up and fight guys so much bigger than he is anyway. He looked like a shrimp compared to Fulton. I was there, and I said, "Oh my God, this is going to be tough." He handled Fulton easily. Let's see what he does with the Filipino Marlon Tapales. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.